Hey, hello YouTube. My name is Chris. I run Elliott Wave Cafe. Welcome to my channel. And today we're going to do another episode of how to analyze a stock or a chart by using Elliott Wave. And we've done 2 episodes already with a lot of interest. And basically, what I do is I pick a random number from 1 to 500 from the 500 stocks in the S&P, and then whatever the number says, we're going to pick up that stock and take a look at it blindly without any preparation, just to run anybody that's interested in Elliott Wave and learning kind of how to look at the stock and at the chart, to kind of learn my process and just kind of show you what I think, and just to take a look at the rules and guidelines of Elliott Wave and come up with a count. Hopefully that makes sense, and we'll take a look. So here is the a random number generator. We're going to pick the third number. Let's just pick the fourth number generated, just to kind of keep it even more random. So this is going to be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Looks like we got stock number 41. So we're going to go back here and we're going to go with 41. So this is discretionary auto parts, APTV. Let's take a look at this guy. We've been having some interesting stocks lately. Nothing that's kind of that well known, I guess, at least not to me. So we're going to go and take a look at the quarterly and see kind of how far we're going back. Oh, it's only up to 2012. So APTV, I'm going to go here to a monthly as well. Okay, 2012. And now I'm going to go ahead and search it up into my Motivate software. I like to use stock charts for different purposes and ratios and lists and stuff like that, but I use Motivate as my primary software to analyze charts because it's very fast. It's got some kind of built-in engines that are quick, hotkeys and stuff like that. So, all right. So this is APTV. Let's see if we can find it here. I'm going to go to the stock into Motive Wave APTV and hit enter, and we'll see if we're going to get all the data. So I'm going to go. Let's go to a 1 week. 2000C, I'm not getting the data since 2012. So once again, what I have to do, it looks like Fidelity does not provide here for Motivate everything I need. So I have to download quickly the data from stock chart. So I'm going to go back there and take a look. I think it's right here, past data. We're going to do this. I've done this in every single video so far, every single analysis I've done. Download data set. Now we're going to open up, let's go into my CSV files right here, APTV, we're going to save it. Okay, we're going to open this up because I have to delete this daily and APTV out of here. Otherwise we're going to get some errors, so I'm going to save this. Alright, then we're going to go into the Motive Wave, and right up here on chart, we're going to go import data. Add CSV file, and we're going to take a look at APTV right here. Open and import, and let's see if we're getting it all. Yep, all the way up here. All right, so we're good. I'm going to maximize this. So let's take a look at the chart. I'm going to minimize this RSI to it's not really that important at the moment. Okay. All right, well, this was clearly the COVID crash, and this looks like in a lot of charts, which is like a big correction right there. So this is the first thing that I'm noticing, a kind of larger correction back here, a small one, another small one here, and then this kind of looks corrective as well in a way. So let's see if we can come up with anything at the moment. This looks to me like, this should be pretty easy, I guess. So we're going to do this as an ABC up here. And I think it's a zigzag, it's not a flat, even though wave B rallied pretty high. So what I usually do is I hit Alt 2. Oh, that doesn't work here. Let me delete this. That's okay. So let's see what was the retracement up there. Oh, it was very close to 100%. So it would have qualified for a flat. So anything that's above 88-90% in a B wave qualifies for a flat. But the problem is that this decline here looks like it's an impulse in 5 waves, a motive wave, and then so that's 5, 3, 5. So we'll just do that as zigzag. Now, if you can notice also here we have a correction, then we have a large impulse all the way. We have a bigger correction here, and then another move higher. So I think this whole sequence from the lows to the highs here, it's one wave. And let's just try to do that pretty quickly. Let's go wave 1, 2, and then we're gonna go here 3. Let's place the 4th wave here for now, and then we'll take a look at that 5. So what this does now, it gives me 5 waves up, 3 wave corrective. Let's check the retracement really quick here. Perfect 61.8. Usually, you get wave 2s that are kind of traveling for the 61.8. Let's just make this a bit smaller, and what I'll do just for this demonstration here, I'm going to go and then place a wave 1 here, a wave 2, and then we're going to go 3, 4, and 5. And we can look at this as cycle at the moment, or we can just, we can even do this smaller. I can go with the lesser degree, so instead of a cycle, we can go with the primary for now. And the software automatically changes this to intermediate. You can see how I don't have to worry much about changing this labeling. So let's just make sure that 0, it's right there. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I think this is pretty clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 1. That's a 2. Actually, you can even go wave 1 up there. I think it's better. You can see, if I was to go on a smaller time frame, you can see that you have a small triangle right there. So that qualifies nicely because you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So that builds a wave 1. Then you got a nice ABC in a wave 2. You can see how wave 2 pulls back into the 61.8, so that's pretty awesome. And then from here you go, and I mean that's a 5-wave move right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and 5. So you get a nice 5th wave of a wave 3. And I can decompose this. The software can kind of do it. Sometimes it does it. It's not perfect. Like I wouldn't count it like this, obviously. So you would go 1, 2, we would keep that larger wave 3 up there. I think that's probably a flat, and then you get your, so this is probably a 3, 3, 5 in a flat in 4, and then inside here, if you really want to go nuts and count all of this, you can, but I think that's pretty clear that's what that's kind of what we have there. So that's a wave 3. So now a little bit of a discussion here, but and this would be, I'm thinking 2 things in here. I'm thinking some kind of a WXY and some kind of a 3.3, more of a complex correction. And I'm also thinking of a triangle because it looks like it's converging in here a bit nicer. The price section into the bottom of that wave 4. So if you look at it this way, you can see that you can have a wave A in here. I don't think this went higher than that. Hold on, let me just kind of look at it. No, I don't think so. We're going to double check that short. I think that high is higher than this high. But so let's do a triangle in here and see how it looks. Actually, I can do it both ways, by decomposing it or by just picking it up from the right hand side. Sorry, I put a correction instead of a triangle. So do 4, decompose as a triangle. So you have your wave A down here. You have, now this wave B, it's a little bit impulsive. A, B, C, D, and E. You can go kind of to a 2-day chart and just look at it a little bit more, just to kind of analyze kind of what what looks as a triangle in here, because I think it's kind of pretty. You have a nice three-wave set. I mean, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then even here you have a nice move. So it's converging. So the only thing would be this wave in here, which you would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A, B, C. So you can almost have like a diagonal in a wave A, down in B, and then up in C for a B. And even inside the C wave, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think that's fine. You know, not, you know, there's textbook and then there's real life. You know, we always say that, and you know, it's not so easy to distinguish. Hey, it's a three wave in there, but I think it's fine. So you go C, then you have a wave D in here. Remember, one of the legs usually in a triangle could be, you know, it's usually like a complex move, right? It could be a double zigzag of some sort. So even here you can look A, B, C, X, you know, A, B, C in here. So you can put that there. You can put this kind of back here. It's okay. And then you get another move down, and then this. So now if I go back to a 1 week, I think that's better as a triangle. And then from here you start to do a wave 5. We can decompose this here. Let's see, do I like this? Or do we want to go 1, 2, and then you have a long 3 in here. 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4 and a 5, something like that. But it's you know, I think it's you know, it's a pretty much a clear 5, because you know, then you have the big zigzag correction in here. So you know, I'm okay with this. If you want to, you know, spend more time and just kind of mess around looking inside this wave to see if you have you know, a much better way to kind of counting that, you can. I mean, it would take me another, you know, 5-6 minutes to kind of dive inside here and just look a little minutia. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with this. And you know, now so sure, you know, some people might say, well, you know, you're counting it 1, 2, but this can always be, you know, like an A, B, and then, you know, like this. So you have a wave A, you have a wave B, and then you have a wave C, and you know, this let's say this move is done, and then you're going this way for the next several years. Sure, it's possible, but we're going to go with the idea that, you know, that these stocks you know, grow, they have good earnings, they're in the S&P 500, they're one of the best, and they have a tendency to continue to rise. So we're going to you know, assume you know, that there is a third wave in progress, which you know, started in you know, the pandemic lows here, and then that's an impulsive move up, and then this is again some kind of another second wave that's developing now. And you know, from here on out, we're going to continue to rally once we finish this off. So you know, if I go up here, what I would do is, I know we have a wave 3, right? So what I got to do is I got to, you know, build just kind of 5 waves inside that move. So I will go here, pick up my impulsive tool, and go 1. I'm not going to anchor wave 2, just kind of do it here like that. And I want to anchor this to the wave 3 top. So that's kind of, you know, that kind of would be the idea. Now what I also want to do is I want to do a channel here between the bottom of the, so 0 to 2, and then project it from the wave 1 and see. Actually, let's let the software do that. Show channel. So I think it's pretty much the same thing if I do it, because I guess it's a little bit different, but you know, you can kind of go 0 to 2 and then, you know, project it from the wave 1, and you could kind of have some targets for the wave 3. I guess this angle of ascent, it's a little bit better, you know, when you kind of look at it this way. So maybe because we have the touch of the wave 1 here, but I don't think it's that important. It's just a little bit of a guideline in kind of how a nice 45-degree ascent would kind of look like. And well, I guess it's based on kind of how I place this wave 3. Yeah. You know, see, if I move this wave 3, then the channel kind of moves. So, okay, we'll go with this for now. Now, did we say that this pull, let's see how much this pulled back here, retracement, and this pulled back 38%, 50%. It's it's okay, but it almost looks like this correction here, it's not done. Let's go to a 1 week and let's play a little bit around with this wave 1, and we're going to do decompose here as an impulse. Maybe go to a 2-day and see kind of how it looks inside there. Try to make this a bit taller so we can see the waves. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's the wave 1, 2. Then I think the wave 4 is there. Probably we have a wave 3 here. I think we have a lot of variations to build this larger third wave. So let's see. I can kind of already see it. Let me just do it really quickly. So impulse, we have our wave 1. We can do this as a wave 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. And then inside here you have, I think that's a diagonal there in a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not good. Then we got to do this, I think. See, because that's the cleanest wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to me, that's the third wave. That's a 4. That's a 3-wave move. So that's probably a flat here. Let's see. 3. Probably 3, 3, 5 in a flat. Let's delete this guy. Let's take this wave 3, push it back. Let's do this as a flat in 4. And then we got to play with this guy a little bit here. I don't know. I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I mean, this I don't. I mean, this is so up high that I'm not too happy with that. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the only issue that I would have, it would be maybe, kind of right here. Otherwise, without spending a lot of time, I would put wave 1 up there and then just, even put wave 1 up there like that. And then decompose this wave 1 as an impulse. And maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess you. Hold on. I think we're getting it. I think this is wave 1. That's a wave 2 right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, down in 2, sharp in 3, triangle in 4, and then a 1 small 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some kind of a diagonal here in a wave 5. Or even if you do this, with a wave 4 there, and have this some kind of an AB truncated C for a 5 or a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I think I'm happier with this. We have no overlaps between the bottom of the wave 4 and wave 1. Even if you do a triangle in here, you still have no overlap, so that's fine. And this just kind of makes it clear. So it's just the anatomy of of a nice wave. And wave 1 is the longest wave. Then wave 3, it's shorter than 1, and wave 5 is shorter than 3, which kind of hits all the criteria that we have. Now, yeah, this wave 4 is a bit larger, but that's okay. And if you find a little bit of a different way to count this, it's fine. But we're just kind of looking at this as a wave 1 top. And now let's go back to a 1 week. I'll make this just a little bit bigger. And then you'll have your kind of wave 2. Now, there's two ways that I always think about this in a couple of ways, right? I put a wave 2, and then I bring another wave 2 here, and of the same degree, we're going to go intermediate, and I let my mind open to the possibility that this wave 2 is not done yet, and I just try to look for evidence that this continues to build. Like for example, I look at this retracement, and if we're starting to kind of get back above 61.8, then I start to get more confident a little bit that wave 2 is done. If I see an impulsive move, if I see the rest of the market kind of acting bullish, stuff like that. There's different clues. We just a little bit of experience. You just say, well, maybe this wave 2 is done. But always, live this. Some traders just don't want to anchor anything until they have enough evidence, and by that it would be that this high up here, it's already kind of taken out. Then you can anchor the wave 2, but even then you could have wave B off a flat, and then the market can kind of reverse on you. But if I look at this decline, in here, it's not. You could argue that it's not that impulsive. I mean, you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. You can make the case that this pretty easily the whole thing is corrective. Now the move from here up is just in 3 waves, right? So that's let's say a little bit of a problem, because it's not you don't have an impulsive structure starting from the bottom of the wave 2, which means that you might not be done correcting yet. Sure, you can have this as a flat, right? This whole thing here could be an A, B, C, and you can have a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, and start to bust out of here, pretty aggressively. This thing here could build, and I mean, this speaks to the nature of the market at the moment, right? This thing could be built as a B wave, and that's some kind of an A or some kind of a W, and then you're building some kind of an X, and then you drop again in a wave 2 for a wave, for a wave C, or if this is W, that's an X, then you're going to get a wave Y, so another 3-wave move down here. So, here in real time, I mean, I just kind of showed you a couple of options. This could also be an ABCX, ABC, and you can have a, like I said, a B wave. So you can go, this is an A, B. Okay, let me go back here. A little bit of an error. Let's do this. So you can have, well, the reason why it's not doing it is because I have the wave 2 already labeled. So you can have, let me just get this out of the way. So wave like that, right? So A, and then you do ABCX, an AB, and then up in C again in a B wave. So you can still go into the 61.8 for a B wave, and then drop again in wave C sharp. So you got, there's room to play in here. What I would do with the stock at the moment, because in the end you want to kind of see how you apply this, I would just wait. I'm not in any rush to do anything with it, right? It's in a kind of messy sideways consolidation. Elliott Wave tells me there's still an option here. But if I see it starting to climb, I would rather buy it higher than buy it here. I don't think it's a good entry point either way you kind of look at it. No real good stops for anything. I mean, if you want to look at this as a wave 1 or as a wave A, I guess the quickest trade you could take is, a long position here. No advice here, but you really don't want this to drop below 86.67, and you want to see this kind of travel above 113.60, right? That looks pretty impulsive here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, and even if you do a small ABC, you're not supposed to come below 86.67 and then go up in a leg. So that would be just a quick trading, but I would not, be too ambitious, get my hopes too high based on this. So, that's it. Just another, simple, I guess, kind of a clean exercise in what looking at the simple naked chart kind of looks like. From somebody that's been doing Elliott Wave for a while here. I'm sure I could be wrong in a few interpretations here, but this is kind of my best approach here live. If I were to spend maybe a bit more time on it, if I really like the stock, or if I really want to get down and study it a lot more, obviously that takes a bit more time. But just for here for YouTube, I hope this was helpful. And as always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and please don't forget to subscribe and like, and visit us on Substack as well. And I'll see you out there. I'm on Twitter too. So talk to you soon. Bye bye.